Hey guys, this is probably going to be one of the last videos I make. I might make one more for just as a final review, but this is going to just show you how to graph inequalities, systems of inequalities. Now, I'm right here on this website called desmos.com. This is a great website. You can use this, by the way, to do your assignments. Okay, it will be actually very helpful for you to use it. And so over here I just have written several inequalities. And when I came on this, just to tell you how I got here, I just typed in, because I couldn't remember the name of this website, so I just typed in graphing systems of linear inequalities, and this came up. And it had a whole bunch of inequalities already over here listed, and so I just typed in new numbers to match some of the questions from your quiz. Okay, so that's all it took. So I'm just going to show you how these systems work. So if I take this first inequality, y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 6. Okay, I'm just going to click this on the side so it'll highlight that for me. So what they have here, so the line that they have is y equals 2x minus 6. Okay, that's how you get the line. So you'd start at -6 and then you go up 2 and over 1 each time. Okay, then to find how you shade it, you just have to pick a point, and then if it works in your inequality, then you do shade that side. If it doesn't work, then you shade the other side. So like if I took the point 0, 0, okay, so the origin right there, and I plugged that in, so you'd have 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 6, which is -6. So 0 is greater than or equal to -6. Okay, that's true. 0 is greater than -6, and so that's why this side is shaded in. Okay, so then that's how you find inequality. Now what this means is that any point that's in this shaded area is a solution for that inequality. So once you know which side to shade, you can take any point over here and that would work in that inequality. Any point over here that's not in the shaded area is not a solution. Okay, so that's how you can find some of those questions on your quiz that ask, if they just give you one inequality and then say, which of these are solutions. You come over here to Desmos, graph it, and then you'll just be able to see really quick which points are solutions and which are not. Now for a system, that means you're graphing more than one inequality. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this next one. So y is less than or equal to 2. Okay, because there's no x in this equation, it's just a y. So it's a horizontal line through 2. Okay, so now your solution for these two inequalities together is the area where both of them are shaded. So we shaded y is less than or equal to 2, so we shaded down below the line. Again, you could substitute a point in, so 0, where y is 0, 0 is less than 2, so that works. If you put an 8 in for y, says 8 is less than 2, that's not true, so that wouldn't work. Okay, so that's why we shaded below. And then this area here that has both shadings, that's your solution for the system. So that means any point in this area would work for both inequalities. Okay, so that's what that means when you're solving a system of inequalities. So your answer is not going to ever be just like a single origin if they're or a single point. If they're asking for the solution to a system of inequalities, it's the shaded area. So it's that whole group of points. Okay, so just to show you a couple other examples. So like if I did these two, so if I take x is less than or equal to 4, so that would be a vertical line because it's x equals 4 every time. And then to find, which side to shade, if we put a 0 in for x, 0 is less than 4, so that's why this side is shaded. Okay, anything over here wouldn't work because the x is not going to be less than 4. Okay, so then if we add a second line, so y is less than or equal to x minus 3. So you can see we have our line. Here's our double shaded area. So all of the points in that little triangle right there are going to be solutions to your equation. Now I could zoom out forever So you can see that the numbers are getting bigger, and it still is going to be continued. Now, obviously it could be made huge, but it wouldn't fit on my screen. So the points keep going forever. So let me zoom back in a bit. All right. Okay, so any point. So if I pick the point -4 and or -3 and -10, I pick that point right there, that would be a solution because it's in the double shaded area. If I pick a point right here, that would not be a solution to the system because it's only in the green area and the purple, not the purple area. Okay, so then one last thing I just want to mention. So notice this one has a dotted line. Okay, and it doesn't really go into a lot of detail with this on your quiz, but I just wanted to mention it, that because it's not the or equal to, that's why it's a dotted line. So that just means the line is not included. So if you picked a point that was right on this line, then that would actually not be a solution to your inequality. So you have to just pick the shaded areas. Okay, so like this point, 0 and -2, if we substituted that in to this inequality, what you'd end up with is 6 is greater than 6, which is not true. 6 is not greater than 6, it's equal to it. And so that's why that doesn't work. Okay, so that's kind of the main difference. But I mean, we could take any other lines, like if I take this one, so you can see we graph that line. That one does have a solid because it's an or equal to, but then your solution is right here where the two lines cross. Okay, hope you guys, this helps, and hope that you guys are able to figure out these inequalities.